Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. Okay, of course, we're talking about another trade because it's that time of year, June, basketball season. You know, it's more going on now than it is when basketball is actually being played. So, we are going to talk about something that the Boston Celtics and Indiana Pacers did today. The Pacers sent Malcolm Brogdon to the Celtics. Yes, they did that for Daniel Tice, Aaron Naismith, Nick Stauskas, and one single first round pick that will be taking place next year in the coveted super draft that's going to be having Victor as a part of it. We don't even use his last name. He's already a one name player in this household. That's Victor. And y'all gonna know about him a lot because we're gonna speak about him a lot. But yeah, everybody's preparing for Victor and everybody wants a piece of that draft. Now, the likelihood that this pick turns into Victor is pretty much 0% because the Boston Celtics are gonna be a contender. So you can get that out your head early. Something has to go catastrophically wrong for this pick. That pick to turn into Vic, absolutely not. But what we do know is that this is going to be a very talented draft, super draft as I like to call it, and you're going to get somebody very, very good no matter what pick you get, pretty much. If what I've been hearing is the case. So um, let's break down the numbers, make sure they make sense to us. Obviously, you're looking at the Boston Celtics, and clearly they're making a basketball decision to pick up a piece that's going to basically put them in a position to win the championship next year. They're definitely my favorite to come out of the East, picking up Malcolm Brogdon if he stays healthy. They didn't lose anything of value, to be completely honest with you. Daniel Tice was a player that they didn't use too much in rotation, um, given the fact that they had a small rotation in the playoffs. They didn't use him as much after all. Aaron Naismith was a player that you know has a lot of upside, but also wasn't in rotation very much, but did show some pop in the playoffs. So I love the acquisition for the Indiana Pacers, getting Aaron Naismith on this deal, $3.8 million for 2 years for him. That is dirt cheap, especially when you consider they may have a good role for him. So that's the meat and potatoes of the um, trade for the Pacers. If you ask me, it's Naismith and the first pick. Those two things. Nick Stauskas. Also, when you consider the fact that the money situation is really, 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 really affordable. Nick Stauskas comes at a vet minimum, half mil, under half mil. So that's dirt cheap. He is capable of hitting some shots. He's capable of doing some good things for you. At the very least, you can waive that, and it doesn't even feel you don't even feel it. So that's also value. Daniel Tice is a serviceable player on a very, very, very affordable contract as well at $8.2 million for 3 years. You can give him 20 minutes a game. He's going to outplay the heck out of that. So um, that's why the price was so low for Brogdon. That's why you can get Brogdon in this situation because every contract that they receive is like heaven for your cap. And so that's the reality of it. The Indiana Pacers gave away significant. Um, well, no, excuse me. The Boston Celtics. I'm gonna get my words right. I promise. The Boston Celtics gave away significant flexibility to the Indiana Pacers. Is what I see here. Significant flexibility was handed to the Pacers for Malcolm Brogdon, a player who is win now first and foremost for an Indy team that we know dang well doesn't want to win now, and two, Tyrese Halliburton's in place. That's his position. Brogdon is a hell of a player, and I don't have a problem with having them both in the front court together. But if I have to rely on Brogdon to be his main running mate and his health issues, plus it looks like they may be looking to move Buddy Yield out. Maybe I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe they move a player in that situation. Maybe they empower Duarte a little more, or maybe they keep Buddy there and give him more of a role with Duarte. They also have other players. I think his name is Ty Taylor, I believe it is. He was an excellent rebounder. I believe that's what his name is. He's somebody they should be empowering more. Omari Brissett is somebody that I'm not sure if they're going to resign or not. Jalen Smith, I think, is still on the waiver wire. I don't know if he's going back there or not. So they got a lot of things to consider. And getting Brogdon off of their books creates flexibility to do whatever they want to do with their money, to further their rebuild. So I think they're headed in the right direction. The Pacers, personally, I think this is going to be a trade that pisses a lot of people off in the Eastern Conference, because essentially the Pacers, what they did was empower the Boston Celtics to be a ridiculously talented basketball team without giving up anything at all that they were using on the basketball floor. And that one single solitary pick, you're going to sit there, and if you don't know the numbers on these contracts, you're going to sit there and say, how in the heck didn't you ask for more picks? But the reality is, it's because those contracts are so beautiful. So that's why they couldn't demand more picks. But all in all, and Brogdon's health, man. Brogdon's value is super low because he barely plays. But when he plays like an all-star. So going to a Boston team that's already loaded as hell, you got Marcus Smart in place. Like I said, they're not losing anything. Brogdon's coming in to play. Whose role would that be? They'll create one for him. But I would think like Dennis Schroeder or something like that when they add him in place. Like, that's what they need from Malcolm Brogdon. Needless to say, he's going to be able to provide much more. So, yeah, Boston got scary today, picking up Gallo, picking up Brogdon, and letting go of basically nothing at all. Nothing. They just gave away nothing. Now, next year, they're going to wish to God they had that pick. They're going to wish to God they had that pick. I'm tell you right now. But Brogdon, at 3 years, $22 million is pretty affordable, so long as he can just stay healthy long enough to make that make sense, because that could still go, his value can go lower if he continues to have injury years ahead, to say the least. But if he can get his conditioning right, join this Boston Celtic team, be an intricate part of what it is they do, and they provide themselves enough insurance for him, of course, with Marcus Smart getting a healthy dose of minutes naturally. They'll be happy. They'll be extremely happy because they're going to be in the finals again. It's simple as that. So, yeah, fear the Celtics. Unfortunately, as a Laker fan, it hurts my soul to say that, but they got a lot better, a whole lot better, and they didn't need to be better, needless to say. BDL 44. I think that's all I got to say. Yeah, that's the trade, man. I like what Indy's doing, creating cap space. I think they can be in the mix to continue to suck. I know for a fact that giving away that first pick, or rather receiving that first pick and having their own pick, maybe they can couple that, right? They can get creative and maybe even put themselves in a further advantageous position to get Vic. Don't rule him out ending up a Pacer, because I'm not certain they will be a competitive team this year. I don't think so. I don't think they should want to be either. So, yeah, that's the thing, man. They're getting picks. They're getting rid of salary. They're bringing in great salary, maneuverable thingies. So all is well if you are these two teams. Now, if you're everybody else, you're mad. You're absolutely angry. So it is what it is, man. BDL 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.